3, 2, skiddly diddly do. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Secrets of Aal'Teron. My name is Brandon, the DM, your game master, dungeon master, or diddly do daddy, or whatever you want to say, depending on which game you are playing.
No.
I'm not calling him dad, not even if there's a fire.
Not even if there's a fire. Tonight, I'm joined by my wonderful cast, starting with the frizzled, grizzled, soon-to-be dad to my right-hand side.
Hi, everybody, it's Chris Squatch. I'll be playing Aaron Lawn, the Human Ranger, and 7 weeks from now, I'm going to have a little baby Squatch.
A baby Squatch. Right now, everybody in chat, I need you to do me a favor. Can I get a hashtag baby Squatch on repeat? That way we can send it to Grizz's fiance. So that way she is convinced to get a onesie that says baby Squatch.
Baby Squatch.
Baby Squatch.
Baby Squatch.
Steakums.
Hey, I'm Steak. I'm playing Zorthos. He's a feral tiefling arcane trickster, and he has had it up to here. I'm sitting down, but it's pretend I'm standing up and it's higher.
Gotcha. Sir Daddy Lausten? Is that what you're going by now?
Oh, that's my name. Yes, I'm Daddy. Wait, no, Big Daddy Lausten.
Big Daddy Lausten.
And I'm here to do something.
How come?
We'll find out.
How come you're allowed to address yourself as Daddy, but I cannot?
I said Big Daddy. It's a completely different thing.
Oh, and so Big Daddy's different than Diddly Daddy?
That's very different. That's very different. Okay, that is whole different communities there. We will have offended
don't
by
know
you
about
that.
your opinions here. Thick Pastel.
Hello, it's me, Thick Pastel. And last week, Luna inserted her explanation of what's going on with the deal with Vitalis and into Aaron's head, right, Chris?
Yep. God, I forgot about that.
Yeah. And
Anyway, good night, everyone.
The way you had to phrase it was such a stretch that I'm going to have a stroke. Inserted into Grizz's head. Fuck you, Pastel.
Inserted her explanation of what's
I thought you were
going
the
on with
diddly daddy.
Vitalis.
What's the problem?
I'll give you a diddly dadly. Anyways, last week on Secrets of Aal'Teron, our party saved the Mother Tide eggs by fighting the Sahuagin High Priest, which held a cursed spear that had some sort of magic fuckery in it from the Specter. Upon killing the Sahuagin High Priest, Zorthos picked up the spear as it was calling out to him, in which case he temporarily, started dying or passing over, seeing his old friend Colt in the Fae. And as his body began to rise with a possessed spirit of one of the Spectre followers, Lausten was able to cast spell magic and to banish the spirit from his body and take the trident and throw it out of the magic underwater dome, never to be seen again until it runs into another giant Tide and it gets possessed by the Spectre. The party then made their way to the submarine and took the eggs back to the Mother Tide lair, where they were able to successfully appease her and, make maybe an ally in the ocean. Who knows? The party then headed back to the surface, or at least close to the surface, and made their way to Haxos, having vigorous and various conversations, one of which being the conversation that Luna had with Aaron about the whole Vitalis and apprentice situation that she's currently in. Lausten also explained to the party that there was a girl, aka the princess of the main continent of Aal'Teron, who is trapped in a demi-plane that is harmless, which is the same plane that Lausten went to when Aaron banished him, and that she may be a key to figuring out things that are going on with the Spectre. The party continued to make their way. They made their way to the Durgar encampment that is currently on Haxos right now to find that it has been, for the most part, abandoned. No signs of life here. Pieces of rubble and weapons and armor all over the ground. Ahead of them lies 2 paths, one that leads to the underground tunnel, one that is a forest line that leads to Haxos itself, which are about anywhere from a couple hours to a day's travel, depending on which path they take. But before they took off, Aaron felt a massive burning sensation of electricity in his hand, with one final voice inside of his head that said, "He's here." And that's where we're starting this week's episode, and we're going to kick it off just like that. Everybody do me a favor, and roll me a perception check, besides Aaron.
Oh, okay.
Dirty 20.
Ditto.
20, and...
Come on, David.
That's not my name.
Come on, Daddy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Come on,
Lausten.
Big Daddy.
No, that's not my name. If you're gonna say it, just fucking say it right, okay?
Lausten!
It's Big Daddy Lausten, and I rolled a 17.
Okay.
But I wasn't talking to Lausten.
You all visibly see not...
Oh! Leave it in. Don't cut it. Just leave it.
I am.
Just leave it.
I'm gonna
Pussy.
leave it
Just
with
leave
like
it.
I'm gonna leave it with like that elevator music by Kevin McAloy. Just like. Anyways, you all see
No
visibly
husbands were harmed
not
in the making
only.
of this show.
Gosh damn it! Not only does Aaron fall to his knees from the immense pain that is like shooting into his hand, you don't take any damage, but it's just like you like grip your hand and you cannot help yourself but just kind of like tense up and like almost kind of like fall down, like just like on like one knee trying to grip your hand. But you all look over and see as he holds it, there's blue sparks of electricity that kind of like are bursting from his hand, and then it dies away. Aaron, your head is ringing, ears are piercing, brain is rattling. As the words, he's here, he's here, he's here, he's here, he's here, begin to just echo and bellow throughout your head, and then until it kind of begins to fade away more and more and more until the pain subsides.
I'm gonna approach Aaron. Are you okay?
I will be. Did anybody else hear that?
Or what?
No.
It was like a.
I saw that though.
Now, I definitely heard it, right?
No, this was in his head.
Was what
Fuck.
he said.
I'm not as
Aaron's
crazy
gonna-
as I wish I was.
Aaron's gonna unclench his hand and look down at it. Is there still a mark there?
Yeah, you can see that the palm of your hand specifically has like blue like burn marks in it.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Don't like that.
What does it look like?
So his hand looks relatively like normal, like a human hand. However, you know, imagine if somebody took like a knife to your hand and just like, you know, cut it a couple times where there's like fresh scars where you would see that are healing over. You could see like, you know, like the red of like the healing scars. Instead of being red, it looks like it's blue. But not like an infection, more like a magical like shade of like blue.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't look like a sigil or a symbol or anything. It's just random cuts and
Yeah, like electricity,
Oof.
like as electricity zapped his hand and just caused like an outburst of energy that scarred his hand.
I'm gonna do something.
Okay.
Hey Aaron, is that like does that hurt?
I mean, it hurt a minute ago. Does it still hurt?
It hurt a minute ago, like immensely, to cause you to kind of like tense up. There is definitely some pain that's kind of like, you know, where, you know how like when you get like cut and then like it's fine, it doesn't hurt, but it just feels it's like a little tender.
Yeah.
Like hurt to touch. You kind of like poke it around, and like stings a little, but it's not like a massive pain.
Right. No,
It's like a
It was
fresh.
worse
It's like
just
it's
a
like
moment ago.
Yeah, it's like a fresh wound. It's healing.
It's bearable.
I'd like to roll an Arcana check to see if I know what's causing this.
Do me a favor, roll me Arcana check.
Ditto.
Luna, you can either give the help action to give Lausten an advantage, or you can do one yourself. It's up to you.
Can I give one of them advantage?
So
Yes, you can. Which one? Before you tell me your roll, Lausten, which one do you give advantage, Zorthos?
Luna.
Okay.
Dick.
Lausten. Dick. Lausten, what's yours?
I rolled a 12.
Okay. What did Luna get? With advantage, as Zorthos kind of helps you inspect it. I imagine like Aaron has his hand out and you guys are all huddled like around it, just like staring at it immensely.
Mm-hmm.
That would be another dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Lausten, you can't quite figure it out. You can probably determine that it's 100% magical, but you can't really tell like what this is. There's no sigil, there's no specific markings, there's no like history behind whatever this is. Luna, as you look at it, you can tell that this is definitely some sort of like electrical scar that came from magic. And as you begin to kind of inspect it and look at it and see just kind of like the wincing pain that Aaron is in, you think back to when he told you about the dragon horn, touching it, talking to the dragon, and you kind of put two and two together. With the dirty 20, you don't necessarily know what's going on, besides that they are probably connected in some sort of way.
I'm gonna tell him all of this in his head.
Luna stares at Aaron. Moment of silence.
As I'm like inspecting it, I'm gonna try to reach for his hand, like to see if anything happens if I touch it.
Aaron, do you let her touch your hand? Zorthos, yes.
Where's Mr. Tibb?
Mr. Tibbs is currently rummaging through a bunch of the old like hideouts that are kind of like abandoned. You see that him just like kind of peeping in, like trying to find like supplies and gear.
I'm gonna go help him.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna look at Aaron and just go. I'm just gonna walk over, start up Mr.
Yeah,
Tibbs. This
he's
is
in a
beyond me.
he's in a little hut. He's just kind of like digging through a bunch of stuff. There's like nobody. He's like, I cannot find any signs of what happened to these people. I don't know what's going on. But back to Aaron real quick. Do you let Luna see your hand?
Do I let her touch it? No. Aaron's just gonna close his hand and pull away, actually.
Okay.
He's like, I don't know if you should.
Lausten,
Yep.
he might be connected to that dragon from when we were fighting against the Specter. I was thinking about doing maybe less restoration, but you had really good success. I don't know, Aaron, do you want to be connected to the dragon?
Not really, but also, I think he was trying to send me a warning.
The dragon? Or
Yeah.
so it might not be bad?
It's an undead creature. It should be destroyed.
Well,
Well, the voices were saying he's here.
the voices were saying.
Yeah. Right when this started, right when this appeared and started hurting, like on top of all the pain, that was fun. No, there was a bunch of voices that just started coming through all at once, just all pretty much just repeating the same thing. He is here. He's here. He's here.
Do you recognize any of the voices?
No.
Aaron, do you want to be attached to these voices, or do you want to sever the tie?
You know what? The last time I made a major decision like this, it ended poorly. I'm gonna put it in your hands.
Do you feel like it was a warning? Or is
I feel
You
like it
feel
was
like-
a warning.
so you feel like it, whatever it was, even though it hurt your hand, maybe was benevolent?
You know, when it's said like that, though,
Let's let
Can you trust these voices?
I don't know him. I don't think I can trust him when you say it like that out in the open.
Let's let the three of you ponder on that for a second, because it looks like there's some thoughts going on about what you want to do, and let Zorthos and Tibbs have a moment for a second. Tibbs is digging through like some of these Durgar huts, trying to find clues and answers, because this is pretty much where he kind of came from. He essentially stole this sub from them, but for them to not be here is very curious. And he's like, it does not seem normal of them to leave their home and just everything behind. It doesn't make any sense at all. I see no bodies. I see no sign of struggle. I'm very confused.
It seems pretty weird to me, actually, as well. Does it look like there was a attack?
It doesn't appear to be so, as you see as Tibbs is continuing rummaging through. You don't see any blood, no tattered clothing, no rickety, damages on buildings. It looks like they just kind of stopped what they were doing and left. You see that there's plenty of footprints that are kind of like left in the dirt and the sand and the gravel that are spread in various directions. It doesn't look like they lead in any specific area. It looks like as you kind of inspect a little more in this little encampment that they're just pretty much scattered. It's very sporadic.
Okay. I think I am going to inspect. Are there like trees and stuff in this area?
Yeah, it's like on the edge of like a shoreline, but like next to a forest.
Right. I'm going to look to see if there's any damage to the trees, as if like maybe some large creature came through the woods or maybe flew too close over top of it, to see if maybe there was some large threat and that's why they left.
Roll me an investigation check.
Okay. The fact that you're letting me roll makes me feel very good about this. 27.
With a 27, you begin to kind of like brush your hand against the trees, like looking for anything at this point, because it's very confusing.
Okay.
But you do see no signs of creatures, no signs of the imminent threat. But as you kind of like stick your hand around a tree, you feel what feels like some sort of like etching sorts. As you kind of like peer your head around, you see carved into the tree is an arrow that points towards Haxos.
I'm just gonna not yell, but holler back to my companions and just say, hey guys, I think I found something on this tree. It's showing me a sign that I've been waiting to see for some time now. It's carved into the tree. It must be the work of a druid. Luna, there's druidry afoot.
Party, as you're pondering upon Aaron's hand, first of all, what have you decided anything before Zorthos actually shouts that out?
Right.
Was it something that you guys decided upon Aaron's hand?
Well, if you feel like it's not gonna hurt, it's either hurtful or helpful. Which is it?
If it was a benevolent warning, the message got through. Go ahead, disconnect me. If it's trying to be helpful, we can find out more information when we get there.
And you're okay. Well,
Either way,
Lausten?
let's go ahead and try to disconnect this.
okay. Because I doubt that you're going to remain in a state where you're not going to be able to touch anybody again. So,
Wait, can he not touch people?
well, he doesn't want to for fear of them being hurt.
Oh. Is your hand out?
Yeah, it's just palm up like this.
Oh. High five! And I'm gonna grab your hand.
Yeah, when you grab his hand real quick, it doesn't hurt. You feel like a little bit of like static, but it doesn't really hurt at all. You can just feel the static coming off of it.
Well, it hurts him.
Yeah, I was about to say, when you grab it, does it hurt him?
I have to roll to hit first.
Because every time we touch, I get this feeling.
Every
Does a
time I-
13 hit? Grizz?
Does a what hit?
13?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so you take no damage from us holding hands, but you might take damage when I cast Dispel Good and Evil on you.
Spell, good and evil.
Oh,
just
wait,
wanna
I'm right
look
here.
it up real quick.
I can heal you too.
But shimmering energy
Uh,
protects you from fame. Spell, good and evil. Shimmering
Break
energy-
enchantment. As an action, you touch a creature, and you can reach that it is charmed, frightened, or possessed by a celestial, an elemental, a fae, a fiend, or an undead. And if I am not mistaken, this bitch is undead.
Yeah.
The creature you touch is no longer charmed, frightened, possessed, or from such creatures.
I will say that for this specific thing, because there is a break enchantment on there, that you grab his hand. Aaron, you can feel the necrotic energy wave against you and begin to kind of shoot up your arm as Lausten touches you, but you're able to kind of like brush it off. But as you do so, you look at his hand as it's touching yours, and you see a faint like aura between your palms where they touch. And as Lausten removes his hand, you see that the scars, this blue etchings and markings, these cuts, have healed themselves.
Okay.
That's a good sign.
I sure hope so.
All right. Well.
And then at that
Thank
moment,
you.
that's when you hear Zorthos speak. I found a druidic stuff.
Hey guys, druid magic.
Okay.
Druid magic.
And because he rebuffed me earlier, I am going to hold his hand this time.
Ooh.
Did anything happen?
I'm not gonna refuse it now. It's gone.
No,
I
he-
would like to hold Luna's other hand, so we're like friends skipping
In a circle?
instead.
We're the three best friends. that
Roll to hit
ever-
Luna.
Okay.
Oh no!
I would not do that.
No.
I will voice my opinion about it. Be like, hey, you imagine if like I could also hold and then just keep going.
Oh,
You know
no.
what? That would be hilarious. You know why it would be hilarious? We could put you in the middle, and it would be Aaron on one side and I on the other, and then we might be able to, maybe not, I'm not strong enough, swing you. Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be fun, but everybody would be very hurt, including
Yes.
me, when y'all drop me.
Mr. Tibbs is just staring at Zorthos like, what the hell is going on? Do they have the seasickness?
Dude, it's been going on for a while now. Ever since the blue one died, they have lost their shit. I'm just trying to get them to wherever we're going. You know what I'm trying to do?
Aren't you the one that
I'm-
talks into a book?
You shut up. All right, Mr. Tibbs, you're this close. They're all this close, but
Whoop.
you're the only person I got with me right now. Don't you fucking lose it, Zorthos.
Xena looks at
All
you
right?
and goes, Ree?
Okay, Xena, we will eat later.
She looks
This
sad
isn't like
because you said that Tibbs was the only person that you got. She
Oh
goes,
my
Ree?
god, it was a mistake, Xena. I didn't mean it. Not you.
She just goes, Ree.
Mr. Tibbs, we have to get them there. The only thing they know is violence. It is our job to put them in the way of great violence so that we can overcome adversity. It is the only thing I know to do is to weaponize these things. So come on, let's get them into Haxos. Hopefully there's something there for them to kill so that they're happy and quiet. And let's get secret business accomplished.
You heard it here first on the Cantrip Cast. How to help your traumatized friends? Provide them with extreme violence.
Yes.
Anyways, you all approach Zorthos. Zorthos, you stand in front of the tree with Mr. Tibbs. Mr. Tibbs just kind of waiting. Luna, you look at the tree, and there's just like an arrow that's etched into the tree. It looks like it was like made with like a dagger or like a knife.
So guys, I wouldn't say that this is druidic.
This work was obviously done by an expert.
Possibly someone who's trying to guide either someone else to them, because it's an arrow pointing in that direction. Should we head that direction?
I definitely think so.
So looking around, there's no bodies, no sign that the people were ever around here.
Correct.
Can I
Yes,
tell them
nothing
like what I
else.
investigated while they were?
Oh yeah,
doing their
easy.
thing?
Yeah, as Zorthos explains everything to you, like there didn't look like there was a struggle, a fight. It looks like they just stopped everything they were doing and just are just gone. Yes.
Well, we can go about this two ways. We can go through the trees to the city, or we can go through the tunnel to the city. We could follow this arrow.
Does the arrow also point to the city?
Yes, it does. You can see that it just kind of points down the forested path that heads straight to the main mountain of Haxos, where the city is.
What do you think would be faster?
Probably traveling through the trees, but if we don't, that saves me a bigger spell if needed. Like, for example, we come across a bunch of wounded people, I could heal all of them at one time.
Let's save that spell slot, or at least that's my vote.
Okay.
Don't, Mr. DM, don't I have to go back like underneath through the sewers to get to where I left that thing that I need to check on?
You would know that it's in the
Yes.
sewers, but there are multiple ways to get to the sewers. You know, a direct entrance is definitely through the catacomb you guys took previously. But there are also
Okay.
other ways in the city that you would probably know how to get there, like once you get through past the walls.
Okay.
Right.
Well-
if I remember correctly, Zorthos hasn't shared with anybody that he did that, right?
Correct.
Okay.
But at this moment, I will say, guys, if I get a vote, which I usually don't, I'd like to go underneath because I have something under there that I need to check on that I left with a friend.
Okay.
Lausten?
Okay.
Look, wherever you guys want to go, that's where we'll go.
I support
You know-
the current thing.
Yeah, you know where I stand, what my intentions are. So
Okay.
I
So
pull
guess
out
they
my
will-
rifle and start to walk towards the sewers.
I'm following.
Mr. Tibbs also follows, and you see that he is slow to follow as you begin approaching the sewers. And he goes, everybody, I feel this may be where our paths, redirect.
Okay.
Why, Mr. Tibbs?
Well, you see, my old home is here on this continent. Old Bunya is here. And I feel
Uh-huh.
as if maybe I should head to my old home and see if there are any survivors or any traces of anything. I'm also very scared of the dark tunnels. And I see you are heading towards a very dark tunnel.
I used
Rabbit
to be
folk
once.
is afraid
Yeah.
of tunnels.
I have very weird fears, okay?
Well, it's not that weird. I was also at one point scared of tunnels, but I'm okay now. But if you feel like that's something you need to do, then go ahead and do it. But be safe.
But if you do manage to find survivors, you can bring in reinforcements, and you can take out even more of those blue-eyed freaks that took out your...
That is the game plan. I want to kill them all with my massive sword.
Okay.
Goodbye, Mr. Tibbs. And I walk into the sewer.
Oh, very well then. Okay, you know, fine. I was just standing here as a cry for help, hoping that you guys would be
away.
like, no, don't go,
I'm
Mr.
gone.
Tibbs. Please come with us. We need you. And I would have been
I'm
like, you
also
know what?
walking away.
You know what?
Goodbye,
You were
Mr.
right.
Tibbs.
You're right. I would have came with you guys, but no, it's fine. I see how it is now. And you see he begins to hop
Tibbs,
away. What? What do
Tibbs.
you want?
Can you come with me at least? You never said you were leaving.
I just said I was leaving.
Yeah, but like... I didn't say
Nobody
I didn't-
supported me to try to get me to stay. Everybody was like, nope, that's fine.
I'm trying to talk to you right now, but you're making this difficult. Come with me, man.
You see that Tibbs approaches Zorthos and just
I
goes,
don't have anybody else to talk to right now anyway. They think I'm crazy, those bastards.
I mean,
Anyway, what were you gonna say something
How
to me,
far
Tibbs?
do I get into the tunnel as I am going? I'm gone.
probably saw like 20 feet. By the time Tibbs turns back around, you kind of hear the echoing of the conversation like behind you. He goes, well, Zorthos, I have a question for you.
What's up, man?
If I come with you,
Yeah?
will you help me avenge my family, my fallen brothers and sisters and children and grandmothers and uncles and aunts and cousins?
That is a lot of people, and I'm
We are
jotting
bunnies.
them
We reproduce
down.
like bunnies.
Right? I'm never gonna forget. Jotting that all down in the good old head journal. We're gonna kill your people that hurt your family.
Why don't you write it down in your actual journal, the one you speak to?
Mr. Tibbs, we gotta create some type of personal boundaries between each other if this friendship is gonna be long term.
Did you say friendship? As he just jumps on you and just gives you a big hug.
Oh, come on, Tibbs.
Do me a favor,
Into the sewers.
roll me a strength check as he like goes to like jump up, bear hug you.
No. I got a 10 minus 2 is an 8.
With an 8, Tibbs jumps on you like on your chest, and you never realize how actually heavy he is because of the massive sword that he has on his back. And as soon as he jumps on you, you expect just like light bunny, but you feel yourself just get pulled onto the ground like on one knee because you weren't expecting the weight.
Fuck off of me!
Oh, I'm
you
so sorry. You
moron.
said we were friends, and I figured that meant friends hug,
Friends
right?
don't jump on other friends. Well, that our party. Don't pay attention to what we do, okay? Let's just go into the sewers, Mr. Tibbs. Keep your hands to yourself.
Very well, tally ho! As he takes off past you, Lausten, you definitely hear Tibbs trailing behind you now too.
No, I don't. I keep going. I'm gone. No, I don't hear him. I don't give a shit. I'm
Lausten,
going.
at this point, Lausten's already made his way to like where the dark, scary portal is. Luna, Aaron, Zorthos, or sorry, Luna and Aaron, did you guys wait for Tibbs and Zorthos, or did you guys follow Lausten?
I would have at least held up somewhere within the cave to make sure that Zorthos is going to follow us at some point.
I've been holding Aaron's hand, so wherever he is going.
So you're only like 15 feet ahead, yeah.
I'm holding his hand.
We had to tie our shoes. These two are watching. That
Yeah.
one asshole friend takes off.
I'm with him by proxy.
No, you're not.
I'm not
Lausten,
talking. No, I was talking about Luna.
Oh,
Lausten.
gotcha.
Since you
What do
took
you
off
want?
first, you make your way to the door first, or like where
That's-
the old portal is that you guys walked through, the fog of war per se. And as you look at it, you see that instead of it being like a gray, greenish hue color like it was before, it's still there. However, now the smoke that covers this door looks a little more wild. It's moving a little more fast, a little more unstable. And you see instead of it having like a green and grayish color to it, instead now flickers various colors, a blue, then a red, and then a green, just like intermixing in the smoke all over the place.
Okay. That's nice. I'd like to Arcana check it to see if I think it's a threat.
Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
14 flat.
With a 14, you can tell this is not the same as it was the first time you walked through. As you kind of think back to and kind of have like a remembrance of what happened, you walked into this before, and it was very similar to like an altered like modify memory spell a little bit. It was like tapping into like your history and like your past and all that kind of stuff. But now it is a little more wild, a little more.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn around and yell at the group like, hey guys, are we sure we want to go through this again? The last time kind of fucked us all up, and I had to catch all of you. Remember when y'all fell out and it was like juggling all of y'all, and
We know what we're up against
It's-
now.
Do we? Because this seems...
as you turn the corner and say that, you can tell that this is way different than the first time.
Oh.
Look, here's... is there... Zorthos, there's no other way around this?
What do you mean?
Like, is there any other way to get through, like, not have to go through this, but get through the sewer?
I mean, technically, there's probably other ways, but this one's the most direct.
Fuck it.
And
I'm just going to turn and walk through it.
Oh, Lausten just walks in. As Lausten walks in, instead of you seeing the smoke just kind of like engulf him, as soon as he like kind of like touches it, like his hand walks forward with a motion, the smoke.
I walk full body into it, not hand out.
So you just straight shoulder walk in?
I just straight shoulder walk through it.
As Lausten walks into it, you see instead of him like walking into the smoke and then engulfing him, instead as he takes a step forward, the smoke and like this weird magical color kind of like comes at him directly and kind of engulfs him as he walks towards it.
Huh.
Going in together this
Where
time?
am I? Am I still alive?
We'll get to it in a second. I'm going to see what the party does first. And
I'm stuck in limbo.
Zorthos, you're coming with us, right?
Well, obviously, this was my idea, Aaron.
Okay.
I need to go in here.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, I'm not going to leave you guys. I'm not going to leave.
All right.
Is there any way that the two of us can walk in at the same time, or is it not wide enough for?
Oh, it's wide enough. It's a pretty big archway. It's wide enough.
Okay.
All right then.
On three.
On three, hand in hand. Let's do this.
All right. 3,
2.
Pause. Is Zorthos? Are you holding their hand too and going in? Okay.
They didn't even invite me, DM. What, you just want to spite me at this point?
Aaron, Luna, are you guys walking in?
Yeah.
1.
All right.
2.
Zorthos, you look and see that Aaron and Luna, same thing, walk in and get sucked in.
All right, Tibbs.
Mr.
Hand
Tibbs
in
goes,
hand.
Oh, very well. I was hoping you'd ask that because I'm actually fucking terrified right now.
Yeah, well, the way I see it, man, if we go through this and we've died, the realm has been saved a lot of trouble. If we go through and we survive, that's no big deal. Come on, man.
Huh. You know, I never thought about it that way.
Well,
you know what they say?
If we're alive, it's their problem.
You know what they say? They can't kill you if you're already dead. Let's go! As he grabs your hand to walk in.
Yeah, I go with them.
Xena is like, the ball hops up on your shoulder, me, as you also walk in. We're going to start with Lausten as you walked in first. Immediately, you feel yourself, rather than just like naturally progress and like open your eyes and feel yourself like in a distant memory that you had once before, something different. You walk in and you see yourself almost on the same plane of existence of where Sammy was, the little girl.
I start yelling for Sammy.
As you yell, it echoes, booms. You can see the sound waves alone with how loud you yell cause the water that you stand on to kind of like ripple beneath your feet. As you look around, you see nothing.
Time to start running in a random direction. DM, north, south, east, or west. Which way am I running?
Roll a d4.
What looks the most attractive?
Roll a d4.
Fuck this. It is time to start running with a 4.
You look to your left. Clears. Yeah, you look to your left, the west, just like, and there's not really anything. It's just like an endless plane of like just like water you can walk on for the most part with like a weird orange hue to it. And you decide, yeah, left, and you begin just marching, walking.
Marching, sprinting, full on.
Sprinting.
Let's go. I'm
full out sprinting.
I would like to use the dash action. 8 times.
Nothing but oops, all dashes as you continue to rush through this plane that looks very familiar to you. However, the girl, not here. As you continue to run and sprint and just looking for anything, as it's just complete emptiness, roll me a perception check.
Yeah, I could do that. Perception check is a 4. That was a nat 1, plus 3.
You don't clock anything as you continue to rush forward with no signs of continuation or exit that you can see currently. Let's go over to Luna and Aaron. Luna,
Hi.
Aaron, you walk in
Mm-hmm.
and you open your eyes and you see yourself in a very familiar place to the both of you now, since Aaron, you've now been there. Luna's home.
Oh.
You're both in bed, waking up. It's a very bright morning. Sun shining in. You both look at each other. You look a little older, just a little bit, maybe a couple years, if so. Luna's hair's a little longer, your beard's a little longer, your hair's grown out a little bit. You look good. You sit up and you look around, and you see this is a very gorgeous oaken-made home. Luna, you look around, you recognize that this is your parents' home. Both confused, looking at each other. Waking up out of bed. What would you guys like to do?
And is that... Are you the real Aaron, or
I'm the real me. Are you the real you?
would I ask you if I wasn't?
That's a fair point. Okay, so we know that none of this is real right now.
Right.
Okay.
What's the purpose of it?
I don't know. I mean, it is. I'm not gonna lie, it's nice, but we got other things we got to handle right now. Let's.
Well, my last time here, it was me and Vitalis. Maybe because of our connection.
She's not gonna show up here, is she?
I don't know. I don't have control over what this is, but maybe if we try to figure out its purpose, we might be able to figure out how to get out. When you saw what you saw, what do you think it was that brought you there?
Just the premonition or playback of the past just kind of finished out its role and left me with a choice.
Yeah, but why?
Because I had a bigger purpose. I had to make a choice between
No.
gaining
that's not-
knowledge or continuing on with what my goal was, I suppose.
Maybe it was more less to point you in a direction and more because of something that you were thinking about. And so maybe the thought of what happened to you when you were little is what brought you to that point. So what if this place, and that explains you, but I can't explain why it would bring me to Vitalis. So it's either forcing us to make a decision or it wants to put us in a position where we don't want to leave.
Do me a favor, Luna. Roll me perception check. Aaron as well.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Ooh, 11.
That's a natural 1 plus 10, 11.
Okay. Aaron, with a nat 1, you're so confused and distraught, you're trying to just, like, make sense of anything. Luna, with a regular 11, above a 10, not a nat 1, you hear a faint cry. Almost like a baby.
Are you hearing that, Aaron?
As Luna points it out, you can also hear just wah, 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 coming from within the house.
Oh boy.
Okay, well, we better go check to make sure it's not real. But I still feel like we need to go check.
It's not real, but let's
Yeah.
let's go check on that.
Just keep that in mind the whole time.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna I'm gonna try to hold his hand as much as possible.
Okay.
For this whole
You hold
experience.
hands and follow the sound of the crying baby as you walk out of your room. You stand over the balcony and look down to see that your entire house has kind of been rearranged a little bit, slightly. You look over the mantle fireplace and you see there's a picture of your parents. You look over the mantle fireplace and you also see there's a picture of the two of you. On top of a hill in a grove of flowers, Luna in a wedding dress and Aaron in a suit. And as you peer over down the hallway, you see what looks like a little open, cove area of the house, like a nursery. You see, sitting in a crib, there is a human baby with pointed ears, green eyes, brown hair, slightly crying. And we're going to skip over to Zorthos and Mr. Tibbs. Mr. Tibbs and Zorthos, you open your eyes, holding hands, walking through. You find yourself on a beachfront. However, in the center of this beachfront, as you look around, it looks like there's a town forming around you. Being built, new village, new home of some people or of some sorts. As you look around, Zorthos very confused. There's various people here. However, some look familiar. As you continue to look, you see that a lot of these people that are kind of currently building and constructing are some of your old friends from Haxos, the homeless friends that lived in the sewers as well. And as you turn around, you see that there is indeed a statue being built, almost completed in the middle of the village, that looks like a tiefling, looks oddly like you. Mr. Tibbs looks up and goes, "Huh? What is this place? Mr. Zorthos, is that you?"
Yeah, I guess so. I'm just looking around. Does anybody notice that we're there?
Not necessarily. You can see that people are kind of walking by. They do recognize you. Like, hey, Zorthos, how you doing? Hey, Zorthos, hey, boss, how you doing? As they continue to walk by. But it's almost like you didn't just pop in there. It's like you've been standing there, and people are just casually like, recognizing you. Yeah, like you've been there. And then Mr. Tibbs, very confused as well, goes, "Huh, this is a very odd turn of events." You see he turns around, and you see that towards the end of the beach, there is a small sign with an arrow that says New Bunnia.
New Bunnia. Oh, boy. Okay. Mr. Tibbs is with me, right?
Yes.
Mr. Tibbs, what in the world do you think of all this?
I think, oh my god. He turns around, like he's like, my brothers, my sisters, my family, my uncle, my cousins, my dad, my mom, my other dad, my other mom. Oh my god. As you see, he begins to bolt off downtown, down the alleyway.
I have like a weird sense. Like, I know that I'm not supposed to be here, right?
Oh yeah, it's very off to you.
Fuck. Can I do some type of Arcana check, trying to look for like maybe any area that has like a high fluctuation of magical energy or something?
Yeah, go ahead and roll an Arcana check if you would like to.
Yeah. 8. Fuck.
Not necessarily, no. This place is nice, though. Very new built village. As you walk around, you see Tommy, the friend that helped you take the dragon horn when you left. As he walks over and he reaches his hand out, he goes, "Oh, there you are. I've been looking for you, man."
Hey, what's up, Tommy? Weren't you supposed to be in Haxos?
Yeah, that was. I mean, we were in Haxos. We all left like a while ago, actually.
Why did we leave?
Are you good?
No, not 100%. I'm trying to get to Haxos right now, and I came through.
Haxos? Why would you try to get to Haxos? You're the one that told us to rise up and take what we wanted and needed and leave and build our own home. That's what we've been doing for like 4 years now.
But it has. Okay. All right. So some weird magic is going on. I'm from the past.
Okay, man. Okay. You're fooling me. You're fucking with me, aren't you? You're doing that thing again. You do that all the time. You go on one little adventure to go get some gold, try to get a nice little fix, and you come back and you're trying to pull a fast one on me. I get it. I see that Tibbs ran over. He saw the sign. Looks like he saw the sign that says New Bunnia. We've been working on that section of the town for a while now for him. Due to your request, actually, and it's looking pretty good.
Me and Tibbs are still cool in 4 years.
It's been 4 years. Stop fucking with me, man. Why are you fucking with me?
Oh, yeah, because I've had Tibbs with me since Haxos, where we overthrew the government.
Wouldn't really say that. More or less, like, stole some important stuff with your inspiration to help us build where we are. after the Spectre debacle was taken care of, you came back to Haxos and told all of us to rise up, take what we needed to start our own lives, and we did.
Oh, after the Spectre thing. Like, after that was already handled.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
done.
it was like middle of it. It was like this weird revolution that you said, like, hey, while they're distracted, take some stuff now, take some stuff later, get out of here, build your own place. And we did. It was great, actually. Why are you good? Like, are you high? Are you high again?
I smoke?
Yeah. Hey, you started after the whole, like, Spectre thing. It was bad.
Ah,
Yeah,
you guys just let me.
Well, after the loss of your friends, it was pretty...
Oh, do
that's
I
like-
have my hair?
You have your hair, but he looks...
Oh, I'm bald now.
He goes-
What is this?
After the death of your friends, you kind of went towards a deep spiraling fit of depression. So we just kind of let you do your own thing.
Death of which friends?
Oh, the ones that helped you take down the Spectre. All that, it was bad.
Luna?
Yeah, Luna, the human, the ranger, Aaron, yeah. And then the one that wears the black armor, the smoky guy.
Lausten. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are they buried?
We don't know. You never really told us too much about it. We just know they died like 4 years ago, man. Are you good?
Okay. Where's my house?
He points and you see there's like a small little like mansion being built. And he goes,
Right.
we're still working on it.
Where do I stay while my mansion is being built?
Oh, the tavern. He points over. There's a tavern called Xena's.
Nothing
and Xena looks
ever
at it and goes,
changes.
Xena goes, "Ree!" and just starts running towards the tavern. Let's go over to
Okay.
Lausten.
Oh,
Lausten,
me?
you are
Hi.
rushing down this lane of like no existence. Do me a favor, roll me another perception check.
I can try. How does a 7 do?
Still nothing. You're continuing to rush forward.
I'm gonna stop at this point and just, as I'm not seeing anything, I'm gonna be like, okay, world, fine, I will let you dictate to me, and I'm just going to power down into Sentry mode,
Oh,
take a knee, and just shut down completely.
you take a knee, you shut down, sit, close your eyes.
Except unlike, I was gonna say, unlike past times where eyes are open, in this case, completely shut down, eyes are closed.
Yeah, I figure you're like trying to focus and let the world kind of do its thing.
Oh no, just pure silence.
Okay. Your silence.
Empty head.
You let go of emotions, you let go of anything that you're thinking, try to clear your mind, clear your head. And it's honestly kind of peaceful. There's no ill will thoughts, there's no ill willed feelings, there's no anxiety, there's no fear, there's no spite, there's no anger. For a second, you open your eyes. And you look down at your hands. And you see that they are no longer of your reborn, smoky self. They're human. And as you look up, instead of standing on water, you are now on grass. And you look up and you see your village. You see your old wife. And you see your child watering some flowers
Relcor's
up front.
village,
Yes.
to be more specific, because it's not Lausten's.
Relcor's village.
Okay.
You see your old wife and your old son. watering some
Relcor's
flowers.
old wife.
Relcor's old wife and
It's not
Relcor's
Lausten's
and
fucking shit.
Relcor's old son outside watering some flowers outside of a small little hut.
They don't see me.
They're not really paying attention. They're just kind of like tending to a garden right now.
Cool. I'm gonna turn and walk away.
Okay. You stand up, turn, walk away. As you turn and take a step, or a couple steps, you look down. You see the grass begins to kind of die away. You look at your hands and you see that it goes back into the spectral, reborn, shadowy self. And you look up again, you are in this watery plain once more. Confusion kind of rushes through your head. Why am I seeing them still? Why am I still seeing Relcor's family? I'm not him. This is not me. That's not who I am anymore. You stop and you look up into the sky, whatever the sky is left of this plane, and you see some constellations that are currently in the sky. You see there is you see that there's a moon, and you see next to the moon there's a bow and arrow. They kind of like cross intersections, and both of them glow pretty brightly. Almost peaceful. It's kind of pretty to look at. You look over at another constellation not too far away from it, and you see that there is what looks like a giant sword that looks very familiar as a constellation. And you see what looks like a mouse that's kind of like next to the sword looking up at it. Both constellations glowing. Not of coincidence that they are so close to each other. The moon and the bow and arrow very tight knit together. As you look a little to the right, the mouse and the giant sword also close together. If you'd like to, or if you can determine it yourself, if you'd like to try to determine it yourself, you could roll me a history check, or it's not a history check, you could roll me like an intelligence check, or if you want to speak out and tell me what you think this is, or what it means, you could also do that as well. And I can have you roll to see if it's accurate.
Well, they clearly represent the other 4 people on the party.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think I would figure that out, or Lausten would figure that out.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get up and... What else is there? Is that the only 2 things that I'm seeing?
That's really it right now.
Alright, I'll go towards the one with, dare I say, the one with Zorthos.
You walk towards the constellation that has the mouse and the sword. As you continue to walk forward, the world around you begins to kind of slowly dissolve as you see yourself in some sort of like heavenly standpoint. You see yourself looking down upon this village, almost as if you're in the clouds, but you have a bird's eye view of everything right now. It's gorgeous. You can feel yourself almost just levitating. You look around, everything's bright. It's beautiful. And you look down, you see that Zorthos is currently rummaging around the town, freaking out a little bit, putting his hands on his head. You can tell he's talking to somebody. And you see that Mr. Tibbs is down on all fours and sprints away. This town sits what looks like on the southern end of Haxos. You can see that there's a small little town of Harangon being built immediately next to it. You see there's a small statue of a tiefling. It's peaceful. Gorgeous blue ocean waters. People of Haxos that came here to start anew. Very clearly led by Zorthos. They look like they're at peace.
Am I in the sky looking down?
Essentially, this is like a heavenly viewpoint. You're kind of like in the heavens, like able to look down like a god.
Do I see Zorthos running around down there?
Oh yeah, you absolutely see Zorthos running around down there, like freaking out, not knowing what's going on.
I'm going to take off my helmet and hurl it down at the ground. like not to hit him, just to be. If I see him running around, I'm just gonna be like, all right, boom, just throw it at the ground. I don't want to hit anybody.
Yeah, you just wanted to like crash next to him.
Yeah.
And
Like,
that's how the dinosaurs died. God threw a helmet at her.
like I just wanted to look up and I'll just like wave.
Okay, let's do this.
What would you like me to roll for?
I want you.
Asteroid helmet.
I want you to just roll the hit to see how accurately close as Zorthos you can make it.
I think that needs to go in the next book. Asteroid helmet.
Asteroid helmet.
That is a 15. That is an 8 plus 7.
Okay, take your helmet off, and you throw it, and it hurls down the heavens. And then just into the sand next to Zorthos. Zorthos, you stand talking to Tommy, very confused, and you see the sand next to you that you stand on this like town. Doesn't necessarily explode, but definitely just like.
What the fuck was that?
You don't see a helmet. You don't see anything physical. You just see the sand like up real quick out of the ground. And Tommy goes, "Huh? Yeah, I don't know."
Okay, weird. I gotta get to the bar because I've got to have some way to get back.
Is he
All right,
not
good talk,
acknowledging
Tommy.
that?
He definitely acknowledged it. He's just like, that was weird.
There was just nothing there.
All right,
I looked.
motherfucker takes the shoe off and starts throwing it.
And Zorthos, you're so confused. You just see the sand around you, just like little mines going off out of nowhere.
I'm gonna go into combat
I'm not
mode
actually
because I
gonna
feel
take-
like I'm
just the
under
helmet.
attack
Just the
right
helmet.
now. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna look for like where this is coming from
Lausten.
because it didn't happen just one time.
You stand amongst
Obviously
the clouds.
sky.
You stand amongst the clouds. Confused,
real
on
life,
what
too.
the fuck is going on. And you hear a voice speak out to you and says, "See, I'm not a bad person after all."
That sounds like an ominous voice. Do I recognize who it is?
Oh, you turn around and you see this is the Specter.
Oh.
I'm not a bad person. I'm trying to give you and your friends what you want.
You killed Luna.
Oh.
Who
Bygones are...
happens to be glitched out right now, and it looks really silly.
Bygones are bygones. Yes, I did. I had to stop you from getting in my way. I sense that you've entered my portal once again for a second time. I thought maybe, some enhancements on it would fear those away, and it appears you were all foolish enough to walk through. However, this time a little different. Instead of showing you fear in your history to make you fear what's going on, I'm giving you and your friends an opportunity. I'm giving them happiness. I'm giving you closure. Your friend
you're not.
Zorth. I beg to differ. You wanted to die all along, and here you are floating in the clouds. You could monitor your friends in this, whatever this fake realm is that I made. And your friends can live their lives they currently have here. They'll never know the difference. Their body is physically protected in the realm I've put them in. Look at them, Zorthos. The bunny. Their own town. Things fine. In fact, also I'll tell you this, Luna and Aaron started a family.
Are you that desperate to keep us from getting to you that you would trap us
This
in
is
illusions?
This is a sign of respect.
Are you afraid of us?
Afraid of you.
Clearly you must be. You went through all of this trouble to not only trap us in this portal realm of yours, but then you're here trying to reason with me that it's the right place for us to be. If that is not manipulation, I don't know what is. So tell me, are you afraid of us? Because it sure seems like it.
See, he clenches his fist. Do me a favor and roll me a... Are you trying to persuade or intimidate? Just so I know. Whichever you're trying to do.
I wasn't trying to do either. I was just trying to get under his skin and make him
you're
crack.
under his skin.
I don't know what you tell me, DM.
Roll me a persuasion check, because you're trying to intentionally get under this guy's fucking skin.
Oh, I'm very good at that. 23.
He instantly clenches his fist. He looks down and... I'm trying to show you that I'm not a bad man. I'm simply trying to do what's right to make the world better. And people like you standing in my way and trying to stop me, and as capable as you may be, I cannot allow you to stop me from my plans.
I will be moving closer till I'm like right in front of his, we're just like noses apart at the, just getting super close in his grill. She's like, resorting to anger now, huh?
I have been angry since the day that I was betrayed. So yes.
Betrayed?
Yes. Betrayed. Everything
who?
taken from me My followers left and ran like cowards. They didn't want to stay and fight. They left. I'm simply finishing the job.
Spoken like any psychopath dictator. You're here to take today. Well, what about tomorrow? You're not going to last forever. You can't last forever. You can't beat death. Death comes for us all.
He walks up to you face to face, and he raises his head, smiling and grinning, and says, "You're telling me I can't beat death? I already have."
No, you haven't. You know why? Because I am death. And I'm just going to grab him by the throat. And I know I'm probably just going to phase through. But I'm going to turn around with that. And I would like to put all of my remaining spell slots, and I have all of them except for my 5th slot, into casting Dispel Magic to knock this portal the fuck out.
Alright. Do me a favor. I want you to roll to hit, like as if you were making like a melee weapon attack.
Okay.
But with, you can do it with advantage as you were using your Dispel Magic at such a high level, just to see if your magic that you are casting is powerful enough to actually make contact with whatever this like dreamwalk state he's using is.
Okay, so like Lausten is assuming that this is an illusion, but I roll a 25 to go and swing through him.
So you go to swing through him. It clicks you. This is an illusion. He fabricated all this to try to get people to get you guys to stay here. You reach up, you grab, you take your hand, you like put it right. Are you grabbing his neck? You said, or just like swinging through him?
I would just like go through face through, like try to go for the neck, but like
as you go for the neck, you expect yourself to just kind of phase through, knowing this is an illusion. But as you do so, you feel physical touch upon his neck. And as you rock him back and grab and grip your hand around his throat, you see what looks like some sort of like astral projected form kind of like leap forward out of his face and then get sucked back in as you both feel yourself just get falling through these clouds. And as you're falling through these clouds, hand around his neck, as you're falling, the world is just falling apart, spinning, crumbling beneath you. You see that he is trying to escape whatever form this is, as the astral self is trying to like rip itself away and pull back and forth, but he can just not get out of the grip of the spell you've casted at this point. Continue falling, spiraling, and you see that he is just unstable, back and forth. An echoing, bellowing, staticky voice speaks out to you, and he says, "This is not going to end well for you at all!" And he's going to try to just take a swing at you, like an astral swing. Do me a favor, roll initiative as you were falling.
Am I still grappling him?
I imagine, yes. Yeah, is that what you wanted to do, right?
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Fucking
roll initiative
A.
against the Spectre.
Let's go, bitch!
Oh, this is the Spectre, spectral form.
Yes.
Yeah, I rolled a 9.
Okay. He's disadvantaged because he's grappled. Come on. You got an 11.
Let's go.
He's gonna take just a straight shot at you. He's gonna try to just punch you in the face. This is essentially, imagine, scene in Harry Potter where Harry grabs Voldemort, they jump off the cliff together, just falling down, and all the black ore is just spinning and shit. That's essentially what's happening right now, but like in the mirror dimension of like Doctor Strange, as he is breaking the spell that he's currently holding on everybody as you're falling down, just beating the shit out of each other. He is going to just take a swing at you with his hand.
Before, I don't mean to break your vibe. Do I do damage for holding him because of my death hands?
Go ahead and roll damage, and I will tell you exactly what happens versus the amount of damage.
Because like if I've made contact, I'm gonna just hold that bitch.
Yes, correct. Yeah, do me a favor and roll me like how much damage that would have done.
Yes, sir. You might as well continue what you were explaining because it'll take me a minute to find
that. He's just going to take and try to sock you and just try to get the hand off of you to get you to break, the grapple. So instead of instead of rolling to hit, he is instead going to try to roll an opposed strength check against you to get your hand off of his neck. But this is of course after the damage that you do goes through.
Okay, that is 23 damage from the hands.
Okay, 23 damage from the hands. Because of that, the instability of his astral form, whatever this is, somewhat physical, somewhat astral. It's almost as if, as you're grabbing him, you're falling down this weird mirror-projected realm. As you stare into his eyes, you can tell that there is a sense of pain there. Something's going on. He's trying to take his hand and grapple it off of you. He's going to roll an opposed strength check. You got a 17 on strength. In favor and roll me opposed strength. Or
I will
athletics.
gladly
Or
do
athletics if
that.
you're better at athletics.
Fuck yeah, 22, 16 plus 6.
He's trying to take your hand off of his throat, just pulling, ripping back and forth as you continue to fall endlessly. You look up and you see just the broken shards of glass of whatever this realm it is, cracking as you're falling and tumbling. And you look into one piece of glass over, and you see a quick glimpse of the Specter sitting on some sort of like throne of sorts, hands crossed, somewhat levitating, as he's focusing on something, just twitching back and forth. And you look at his face and you see that this astral self is making the same twitching faces. And you look back and forth, you can tell that the Specter is in his throne right now, probably in Haxos, because it looks very familiar, controlling whatever this is. You look down at him, he tries to break the hand off, but he cannot do it at all. Real quick, Aaron and Luna, you approach this baby that you heard crying and screaming. Well, I wouldn't say screaming, just crying. You walk over, it's got features of both of you. It's got the eyes and the ears of Luna. It's got the hair of Aaron.
Okay.
But as you look down and you look at each other, real quick, before I explain what happens, what are your thoughts in this immediate moment? You're in a home, Luna, your old home. You saw pictures of you getting married. There's a child here.
I know this isn't real, but it feels wrong to not help this child. So I'm gonna start walking towards. I'm not letting go of Aaron's hand. I'm gonna start walking towards the child.
Okay. Aaron, to you as well.
I'm going where she goes.
Okay. As you walk forward and you see the child crying still, as you reach down to try to help pick it up, you see the entire world in front of you just begins to like crack and shatter and just vibrate and shake. And instead of the baby being here, the building that you're in just kind of like shatters almost in glass as you find yourself standing in almost just nothing. Like an aura, a realm, water beneath your feet. And as you look around rapidly, not knowing what's going on, you look to the sky and you see the sky is also shattering as well. You see in the shards of glass, you swear you see Lausten fighting something. You see in another shard of glass, you see Zorthos in some sort of town. As you look at each other once again, everything kind of rematerializes back into the same household that you were just in with the baby in front of you. Zorthos, you are in your town. You're rushing towards the tavern, Xena's Tavern. As you rush forward to go to grab the door, as soon as you grab it, you pull the handle, and it just snaps off. And as the handle snaps off, the entire town just shatters in these same glass shards. It's wide open realm of water, emptiness. You look over for a hot second as everything's expanding outwards in glass, and you see Aaron. You see Aaron and Luna also looking around, confused. You look up and you see in the sky, same thing they saw, Lausten fighting something. Confusion rushes you real quick, and all of a sudden the glass shutters back in and rebuilds the town that you're currently in, but everything looks unstable, shaky, the sand, the ground, unstable, waves amongst the sand on the ground. Lausten. Specter holds a grip on you.
No, I thought I have a grip on him.
Sorry, you hold a grip on the Specter.
Okay.
Falling down, he looks at you. You can tell as you look in his eyes, he is in pain. For the first time with him, you see some fear. What is this magic? As he's trying to rip your hand off of his throat.
I told you, I am death, and I'm going to. Is it my turn?
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck yeah! I'm just gonna hold him in place and cast Flame Strike on top of both of us.
Oh my god. Falling endlessly, casting Flame Strike on the Lich. Is that a roll to hit or is that a dex save for Flame Strike?
That is, he has to make a dex saving throw, but at disadvantage because I'm holding him.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
He got
he's fucked.
Nat 1, but he's going to use a legendary resistance to pass that.
He still takes half damage.
Yeah.
I'm trapped in here with you. You're trapped
You're
in
trapped in here with me. All right. Well, at half, he is still going to take 26 damage. Half of that being fire, and half of that being radiant. And if he's undead, he can't. Like, there's no resistance on radiant because he's undead.
Yep.
So he takes the full.
Takes the full. So you're flying
He takes the
down.
full.
Yeah. Grabbing his neck with your hand. First, the magic from the Dispel, and then the magic from the Flame Strike. Flames emit from your armor, just and radiant energy glows among his neck, and you see that he winces in pain, screaming, and just lets go of your hand as he is just almost crippled by this as you continue to fall, bashing each other back and forth, him flailing. As he does this, you see the spectral form begins to get more unstable, back, forth, in, out, as he's trying to let go or maintain. You can't really tell. He looks at you in the eyes and says, "Fine, this is how it's going to be. If we're gonna both look into the abyss, so be it. I will see you and your friends on the other side." As you squeeze among his neck, you feel your hand close tight as he disappears. And you see yourself approaching what is like a floor of sorts, a glass floor. You shatter through it instantly and feel yourself tumble outside on the opposite side of the cave that you had entered, heading towards the sewers. Luna, Aaron, you see the house reforms itself once again, and then almost in an instant, in the confusion, you feel yourself just fall through the floorboards as everything shatters, and you tumble across the floor, landing in the Lausten. Zorthos, confused as shit, you see Mr. Tibbs is on the opposite side of the town and goes, "What in the actual fuck is that?" Shatters. And you both feel yourself also get launched through and land as you all prone on the ground, launched through this cave system. And you look and see that where the shadow and the fog once was is also glass. Then the glass begins to crack, and shatters as well, ending whatever spell was on this cave and on this archway. And you all breathe in and smell. And it smells like fucking home. Again, Zorthos. You all stand in this cave, turn around, see the catacomb entrance. You all stand. Give me your thoughts. What's going on?
So
Welcome back to reality.
Oh, there goes gravity.
Dang it! I was gonna do it. I was gonna do it.
watch your profanity.
Well, okay, that was definitely different than last time. Zorthos,
Yeah.
you okay?
I had a good time, but it was in the future and it was bad, and they didn't believe me, and they thought I was crazy too.
We kind of had a good time.
Guys, the
I don't know what was in
Spectre's
there. We
afraid of
definitely
us.
had at least one good time. Lausten, what were you up to?
The Spectre is afraid of us.
Oh, well, I knew that.
No, but
Good.
like actually,
Wait.
like dangerous, actually afraid of us. Like probably willing to do psychotic, crazy things, if not already crazy and psychotic, to try and prevent us from getting close, because he knows we can beat him.
Well, I mean, think about it. We've got probably the most powerful druid that we've ever seen in this lifetime. We've got the supreme package, fucking Zorthos. I see him crash through a fucking ceiling
I've done
and
that.
skewer a fucking person. That was pretty wild. I'm not gonna lie, that was really fucking cool, by the way. I know I didn't say it earlier, but that was pretty fucking tight.
Hell yeah.
And then we've got you, and there's no words to put in to describe how fucking terrifying you can be.
You didn't say anything.
Oh, I'm not wearing a helmet.
No, no,
Right
you're
now?
not. So I'm just kind of like, yeah.
Oh, hey, Zorthos, did you happen to pick up my helmet?
No, I did not pick up.
right now, or is it like?
Is it what?
I didn't pick up a helmet, but I didn't
think
see
I'm
one.
just I think I'm just a smoky skull at this point.
You look like
if
the
not-
goals.
Yeah,
from
Lausten, you would see
Fallout.
that. You would see the helmets kind of like on the ground in the cavern with you guys.
Oh, once I realize it's there, I just pick it up and put it back on.
Yeah, like, I'm trying to imagine. Is this
I
just
don't
like?
think there's much of a face left at this
So,
point.
what was it?
Is this like smoky Ghost Rider? Like, what am I
Ghost
looking at?
Rider? Yes.
Yeah. it's
Yeah,
probably
but
Ghost
like
Rider.
even the
Ghost Rider?
skull itself is all fading away, like not there, just like kind
Oh.
of pieces and just fractured.
Yeah, that's absolutely fucking terrifying.
Yeah, it's just look, I gotta see a doctor. But anyway, let's keep going.
It's terminal.
It's terminal.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Look, doctor gave me 2 weeks to live. I'm making the most of it, guys.
Okay.
All right. So you've all
All right.
fallen out of this weird false dimension. The cavern in front of you leads to the sewers, and it smells great. The Zorthos. Mr.
Hell
Tibbs
yeah.
stands there, looking around, and he looks at Aaron and goes, "Oh, am I just, chop bunny? No, this is fine. This is fine. Everybody's, no friends. No, it's cool. No, just ignore Mr. Tibbs. I have a giant sword, but we don't like to acknowledge that fact."
Still walking away.
Hey, Tibbs,
Mr.
come on,
Tibbs.
man.
To be
Drag me
completely
in this
honest,
cave. Take me away from New Bunya. Place sucks.
Mr. Tibbs, to be
Hey.
completely
Line.
fair, to be completely fair, we've all been assholes to each other early on. We kind of grew on one another.
So this is
We're
like
just
the
kinda-
initiation process?
Kind of.
This is where I was raised, you filthy rabbit.
I didn't mean this place. I meant like this in general sucks, man. But if I have to get back New Bunya, then I suppose Lausten is right. And he
Well,
falls
the
Lausten.
good news is you're in the future, Tibbs, so whatever we're doing is the right thing.
He continues to follow Lausten. Do you all walk out of the cave?
Yes.
Yeah, I would want to catch Luna if I could.
Yeah, you're probably still there with Luna, but yeah. What's up?
Hey, Luna. So in my thingy, we were in like the future, and you guys weren't there.
Well, in our future, in ours, we were in the future and older.
Okay.
So
Did you check to see if I was there or if I was alive?
we didn't
Could-
really have a lot of time. There was.
I looked for you guys.
There was a baby.
There's a baby.
Yes, a baby that seemed to have belonged to Aaron and I.
Oh, well, never mind. You guys definitely aren't. Y'all are gonna be alive. We should catch up to Lausten. We need to stay focused on the mission, or we're not gonna get anything accomplished.
Can I insight check that last statement?
100%.
He's not very good at insight, but he's gonna try. That's a 12 on the die. Let me unlock my phone so I can see what my bonus is. Insight +6. That's not terrible actually. 12
So
plus 6, 18.
18.
Yeah.
You know he's hiding something. There's something he's not telling you about that situation.
Nothing like what's that word? Malevolent?
Malicious?
You can't really tell.
Malicious.
I mean, like, you know it's definitely something that's probably like got him a little spooked with like the way he's kind of like acting, but you don't really know. You just know he's hiding something.
Okay. All right. Well. Whatever it is, Zorthos, it's fine. We're gonna be all right.
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna be okay, and I'm glad that you guys are with me, which means y'all are gonna be okay. Sally
Yeah.
forth.
Yeah, we're all gonna get that island together after all this, and everything's gonna be all right.
Right by the water, buddy.
Yep.
You all
Actually,
continue.
on the-
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, but in the case if something does happen, Zorthos, Luna, and we're walking and talking at this point.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
like to assume. If something happens to me, the only thing really I want done is just point my body towards home. Just bury me wherever y'all can bury me. If y'all have time and whatnot, just take my body and bury me facing home.
It's not a conversation we need to be having right now.
Well,
course we
we're
would.
about to go face down my dad, and he already killed one of us, and we were
He's not
very
your
fortunate to get you back.
He's your biological donor. He's not your dad. So don't call him that. And we wouldn't point your body in the direction of home. Your body would be coming with us. just like right now. And I'm gonna squeeze your hand. Wherever you go, I go. So just keep that in mind. So
Okay.
You all continue forth, making your way to the catacombs, and you're very familiar with this place by now. Lausten ahead, Tibbs shortly behind Lausten. Lausten, you come up and you see that this place looks like it's pretty well fortified for the most part. You can tell that there's definitely a good amount of people down here because you did arm everybody before you took off with the weapons that you got from Dolmir's Forge, thanks to the bag of holding and other materials. You can see that blockades have been made in various spots. You can tell that they're preparing their defenses just in case something were to go down or something were to happen. As you all approach, you see that you are all welcomed with open arms by the civilians that are underneath here, as they recognize you were the ones that helped them in the first place and initially. You're met by Tommy, Zorthos, the one that you directed to find the...
Okay. I'm just like,
Horn.
hey, Tommy.
Hey, Zorthos, what's up, dude? And then Aaron, you see that Dreck approaches you as he stayed back to also help, who you met, you know, before you left once again. And he looks and he goes, well, it looks like you guys made it back, right?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. We're back. That
yeah,
thing that we had to talk about.
Are you saying that to Tommy?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tommy goes, yeah, let's we'll talk about that in a second. We got some important stuff going on. Dreck, why don't you go ahead? And Dreck kind of looks and goes, yeah, so we need to get out of here, like soon.
Wow, what's going on?
Things got kind of bad. You guys were gone. We were able to fortify and save who we could. Sneak down here, hide the best we can. But it appears whatever the hell happened up top, it's calmed down. Most definitely has. The wars, the battle, there's no fighting, there's no explosions, there's no death happening, but...
Minimal civilian casualties?
Well, it's hard to say. We don't really know, because every time we send some scouts and spies up top to figure out, you know, what's going on and get some supplies, no bodies. Actually people walking around. Dwarves and elves together. Look like they're armed. Got blue eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, those belong to the Specter.
Uh-huh. Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm sorry. Hi. Who are you?
Oh, hi. The name's Dreck. I'm...
Oh.
Like Shrek.
Yeah,
Dreck?
like Shrek. I'm a friend of Aaron's dad's friend, put it that way.
Remember the Amerigos Pirates, Luna?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This was the guy that I was hired to go find.
No, I remember as soon as he said his name. So, what are you doing here?
Well, I was living in the southern end of, you know, the Almglade continent for some time. My own little village, do my own thing. You know, acted as a guard for a small village, living my life, and then, I don't know, I just like helping people in need. When I heard things were going down here in Haxos, figured out, you know, make my way over here, save who I could, help who I could. I'm not a bad guy, as he looks at Aaron. He goes, something you gotta trust me on. I know you were sent after me by my old leader, but that's a story for another day.
Yeah.
You just gotta trust me on this one.
For now.
That's fair, you were hired to do a job. But, anyways, we don't know what's going on. However, a few of the spies we sent out to do some scouting for us and find some materials and supplies to continue to survive. Or maybe find an alternate way out of the city so we didn't get attacked or killed. Or they're not back. And if whatever's going on up top, whoever's controlling them, like you say, the Specter, these people, they find out we're all down here, you see he kind of turns and you see there's probably a good solid 100, 150 people that are kind of taking refuge in the sewers right now.
Yeah.
We've already lost enough people. I don't think we don't lose any more. But my main question is, how did you guys get here through that tunnel? We were going to take that initially, but there was this weird aura blocking the way. Been there for some time now, according to the people here, and
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
it's gone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Huh.
In fact, that actually brings up a good idea. Isn't our ship kind of nearby?
No, it's
To
gone.
where
You
we
don't know
are?
where it's at. It was
Yeah, I
not
was
there at
about
the
to say.
dock.
Well, I wasn't it supposed to be parked somewhere in the south?
It was
Yeah,
supposed
it was
to be.
at the Durgar encampment, but it was gone.
Because the guards showed up, and Candace had to go deal with the guards, and the
Yep.
guards probably took the ship.
When you guys got there in the
Well-
submarine, it was not there anymore.
Yep.
All right.
Damn.
Well, I guess you guys could escape through there since it's gone.
That could be a possibility. Great. All right. Meeting hall down the alley. Here in like 5 minutes, I'll gather everybody. We'll explain the game plan. We'll explain what's going on. We'll get as many people as we can out of here as fast as possible when night falls, that we're not seen leaving the caves like on the opposite end. Get everybody the fuck out of here. See you guys soon. He walks away. Tommy looks at you, Zorthos, and goes, "Hey, so
Yo.
the thing, you know, we
Yeah.
want to go talk about that thing. We can go talk about the thing.
We should definitely go talk about that thing.
Yeah, it looks like we should probably do that before the meeting. You know,
Yeah, we definitely need to talk about it. Can we talk about it now? I'm gonna start heading that way because I've been waiting to
we
get
should
back
probably
here.
just like, you know, I know you want to keep it like secret, like, on the down low, you know, that kind of thing. So maybe we should like, you know, divert a little bit.
I mean, whatever you think's best, Tommy. Is there something that we need to be extremely worried about?
We lost Ricky and Jeffrey.
Both of them in defense of the thing, or to it?
Not gonna lie, they're a bit of both.
Well, that's not great to hear.
Yeah, we went up and we got the thing. We were gonna get it down here, but like when they grabbed it, it did weird things to them. Like, and they pretty much crumbled to pieces after some time. Held on for too long, got it down here. I was able to get it down here the mountain, you know, myself, and kind of like roll it in here and like hide it the best that I can. But he takes a glove off of his hand. You see, like his hand is like just charred.
Oh my, fuck.
Yeah, I don't know what this thing is, but
All right.
it's not safe to have here.
Well, I've been needing to get to it, so this is important that I'm here. Let's go check it out, and let's be quick about it, because I don't think my friends are going to let me stay here too long.
Okay.
And I'm going to follow him to go check it out as soon as we have a good opportunity to do so.
Zorthos, you follow him. He's like, all right, hit it pretty good. Should be, you know, yeah, it's pretty well hidden. You see that the meeting place where everybody's going to be meeting at is kind of like on the left-hand side of the sewers. He kind of takes you and directs you to where you fought that slug at, you know, when you guys first came
Okay.
here. Kind of
Yeah, I
down
remember.
there. And there's like a little tarp that kind of covers like a little hole in the wall that he kind of like opens up for you.
I'll slip in.
He slips in after you, and you see as he walks forward, he kind of snaps his hand, and you see like a little bit of flame. He casts like illuminate, you know, continuous flame spell, and kind of like tosses it
Right.
up to like float in the center of the room. And you see sitting in here is indeed the dragon horn of Kenargo. And we'll skip over to everybody else real quick. About that. Hold on. Lausten, Aaron, Luna, Dreck has ordered a meeting from everybody to meet in the main room.
Mm-hmm.
He gathers in, and he starts, you know, pulling people in, telling everybody what's going on. During this time, is there anything you need to discuss, talk about, figure out?
Okay.
Austin,
Yep.
what happened?
Well, the Spectre was in the portal, wanted to talk to us and stuff. You mean that what happened?
Yes, what? Because I remember seeing you for a second fighting him.
Yeah, I grappled with him. Did a bunch of harm to him as well. But it seems like he was just able to just vanish away.
What did he
Did-
say to you?
He said that this was the last time we were in the portal. It was our past. And this time we were in the portal, it was a peaceful future, a vision that we would all want to see. But it's just a projection that the Spectre is projecting onto us. None of it's real.
Are we sure that any of that was real?
None of it was real.
Zorthos, you were away with Tommy.
Oh, my bad. Excuse me. Sorry.
Aaron.
Yeah, while we were in the portal, there was just... It was a supposed, like, I guess, what could happen if we stay out of his way, but like Lausten was saying, none of it's real.
Right.
But Lausten was able to beat the Spectre back a little bit, even in his whatever form that was, and he was able to get rid of the veil.
Mm-hmm.
So that path of escape is clear now.
Yep.
Does anyone here have like a map of the tunnel systems? How close could we possibly get to the kingdom?
Well, I'm sure Zorthos would have something like that, or at least he would know it off by heart.
I'm sure he would know most of it at the very least. If not all of it, most of it at the very least. What happens if we get separated, or if we have to go on diverging paths? I would like to at least have a map handy.
Okay, that's fair. I'm sure we could ask him to make one or help us make one. It might take some time to do. We might not have time to do that. Really, honestly, we're just here because Zorthos had some reason to come here, and then we were going to head to Aal'Teron, so...
Yeah, the Spectre was projecting his version of a future that we would all want to see onto us. But he still doesn't understand what any of us truly value. It's all fake. None of that's real.
So his attempt was to try to keep us there, just like I said.
Oh yeah, it was a trap, but one easily dispelled with the correct aggressive negotiation, I guess.
Okay. Well, we need to kind of figure out what exactly... Well, Zorthos is clearly off doing whatever it was he needed to come here to do, because otherwise why would he leave us?
Let him do what he's got to do. He'll get back with us when he's ready.
Exactly. This meeting, though, I don't know why we would have to participate in the meeting.
I will
because
be
they
blunt.
need a status report because they don't have any contact from anywhere else right now.
Oh, that's a good point. We should probably tell them the status of Elvenglade and things, but we should.
And how far did that get us with Elvenglade?
That's true. These are two different series of people, though. And
I mean,
we're not talking to leadership here. We're talking to refugees.
Guys, I had the Spectre in my hands, and I could have beaten him if he wasn't such a slippery coward. Why are we dealing in politics? We tried to get resources from Elvenglade.
That's the thing.
And it was a waste of our time.
When dealing with people, you have to deal with politics. When dealing with some undead asshole, there's a reason why they stay around for so long. They are slippery.
Why don't we just keep going after him? Look, I had a vision where he's in Aal'Teron.
What about the vision you just had with him?
Oh, it was like a projection. He was projecting himself to physically be there.
Okay.
Which is why I think it was easy for me to crack him, because he wasn't physically there. So he was physically like astral projection is not easy to do. It requires a lot of concentration.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if there are spells that have areas of effect? There are spells that are like within sight, right?
Yes.
Can I do an Arcana check to try to figure out if he would need to be nearby or not to be able to maintain that portal tunnel thing?
Yes, go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
24?
Okay. With a 24, you would know that a spell like that powerful to maintain that, and also do the fuckery he was doing, would require a lot of magic, a lot of power, and probably something to empower it. Very similar to probably what Elvenglade had, and when they're spires, you would know that Haxos probably has something very, very similar.
So control over... I'm going to share this information. So control over a large magical item. And he would have had to have had control of it prior to our first time, right? And he was here when he was pretending to be a good father. So
I think I could save us all some time. I'd like to try something if you guys would give me a couple of moments.
Okay.
You don't need to ask, of course.
So I'm just going to step away, just real quick. Where are we standing right now? Where are we in like
You're
a
in
bustling city or?
No, you're underneath the sewers. You're like in the main section of the sewers where you guys were the first time when you met everybody for the first time, kind of waiting as people are gathering in for a meeting that Dreck wants to have about everybody getting the fuck out of here. So people are kind of coming in through this hole in the wall on the bottom of the sewers. Kind of dark, kind of smelly, but there's a lot of refugees in here, a lot of lights, weapons and those sorts of things.
Okay, I'm going to step off to the side, and I'm going to pull the gauntlet off, and now I'm just fingertips are basically ashing at this point, just falling apart, and I'm just going to reach down to the ground and using the ashen fingertips draw the Spectre's sigil on the ground on the ground, and then I'm going to full palm smack it and cast scrying to find out where the Spectre is and try to link up with them.
Oh my god, that's fucking cool.
For a second there, I was like, "Is he about to do a Death Eater thing? Is this a Death Eater thing?"
Fucking dope. That's raw.
Who summoned me?
So you cast scrying on the sigil you put on the ground. Do me a favor, roll me like an Arcana check.
Okay. Oh. All right. Well, that's a 3.
Okay. So with a 3, the spell still works. It was just more like the effectiveness of like how accurate of like a ping you can really get. You put your hand on the sigil, close your eyes, and you see almost just like yourself almost like flying through the city, just through the city, through the streets, through the alleys, bust through the doors of the keep itself, and you see as the keep of the doors open up, just you see the Spectre sitting on. God damn it! You see the Spectre kind of sitting on his like the throne of where the king of Haxos was. Next to him, you see different guards, a line going down the line with blue eyes, different sorts of armor, elves, humans, dwarves, doesn't matter, all blue eyes, just kind of like waiting, and you see he's breathing heavily, and he looks up. You guys like make eye contact, and as soon as you do, he blinks, and you feel yourself get sucked back to kind of like where you were.
Okay. I know where he is. Yeah. And at this point, I think like my hand is just gone at this point, but I'm gonna put the gauntlet back on, what's left of it, because that was like,
nothing there, yeah.
Well, no, there's nothing there. It's just not there anymore.
There's not. You put the glove on, and then just hand just goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, wait. It'd be cooler if like just smoke is inhabiting the glove, the gauntlet,
and it just like fills up like a fucking water balloon.
Like a balloon.
That's pretty. Yeah, that's how I always vision being in the suit. It's just like.
That's dope.
Air. I know where he is.
Luna.
He's sitting on the throne of Haxos.
Luna, Aaron, Lausten stands and gives you this information. You now know where he is. Zorthos, let's go to you. Tommy stands there, puts the glove back on his hand, burnt, charred to hell. He goes, yeah, so there it is. Don't know what that thing is, man, but whatever it is, fuck that thing in particular.
Yeah, it was pretty dangerous. That's why we had to keep it down here, because we didn't want the wrong people to find it. Hopefully I'm not the wrong people.
I hope you're not the wrong people, or else I'm trusting the wrong people. Man. Holy shit.
What are you talking about? I trusted you to watch it. You're not trusting me.
I do trust you. I'm saying, like, you're being speculatory here. Like, hopefully I'm the right people. I hope you're the right people.
Well, I don't want it to burn me, Tommy.
We lost with Jeffrey and Paul.
Can I just have the glove, Tommy, in some space?
The glove? I don't know what the glove's going to do. It didn't exactly help me, but sure. Tosses you a glove.
I'm just going to inspect the type of damage. Is it just straight up fire? Is it arcanic?
Oh,
is
it
like
Arcana.
necrotic?
This is like magic. You know, it's like a mix of like necrotic and like lightning damage, like all in one. That's like charred on his hand.
All right. Thanks, Tommy. I'll come get you when I'm done.
Yeah, I'm gonna just kind of keep watch, because people were like watching me earlier, and I just wanted me to come in and like see this thing. So yeah.
Okay, Tommy, thank you. When I remember back, did Aaron touch this to talk to it?
Yes.
I'm gonna just lean towards it and be like, "Hey, are you awake?"
You get no response out of it.
I'm gonna take Xena out of the ball and give her a hug before
Okay.
putting her back in,
Ring?
and I'm gonna grab the horn.
As you take your hand and put it on the horn, Xena looks at you in fear and goes, "Ree!" As you touch it, you feel a zap of energy burst through you. But it's not necessarily lightning. It
Okay.
burns, it hurts, it feels necrotic. Roll me a con saving throw.
Ah, it's my best one. Oh, shit. 16.
Zorthos, you grab this. And you feel an immense amount of pain shoot through you. Not damage-wise, just your body tenses. You are now stunned. You are held in place.
Okay.
You just cannot move.
Okay.
You hear a steps from behind you.
Uh-huh.
Tommy speaks out and says, "I'm sorry, man. But he said he'd kill me too."
Yeah.
And he stabs you in the throat, and that's where we're ending this week's episode of Secrets of Aal'Teron.
Ah!
Oh, fuck.
Well, okay then.
Thanks everybody for joining us in this week's episode of Secrets of Aal'Teron. My name
No
is
fucking
Brandon the
honor
DM.
among thieves, apparently. Fuck.
My name is Brandon the DM, your Dungeon Master Game Master, and yeah, that was a good episode. It was fun. Grizz, got anything for us, bud?
I may not have known Zorthos for very long, but if something bad happens to him, I'm gonna kill everyone in this room and then myself.
Big Daddy Lausten.
Hey, Zorthos, what song do you want played at your funeral? I'm thinking Big Booty Bitches or Who Let the Dogs Out.
What about drop it like it's hot right as the casket lowers?
I'm thinking Let It Burn by Usher. I think that would be
Yeah.
a good way to go out classy. Still a little sad, but they could dress me in like cool sparkly
I
sunglasses.
also think All Star by Smash Mouth would also be
That'd be a
fitting
good
for
one.
you
That'd be a
too.
good one. That'd be good.
Oh, at my funeral!
Yeah, why
Yes,
not?
Absolutely.
I mean, go out like you live.
Luna, anything. Or sorry, Pastel, anything. You merge into one person for me when I'm looking at the avatar.
You know, it's fine. We are the same person. Nothing fun, except for, I'm looking forward to, you guys, maybe you guys will like Field Trip. I don't know. Field
Yeah.
Trip is pretty cool. And also, you know, I'm streaming over on my channel. We're gonna be starting to play D&D on Mondays coming up soon, so that's fun. We're doing one-shots.
E.
Yeah.
Aren't you doing the VR one shots too? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Yes and no, depending on
figuring it out.
participation.
Yeah, I
I'm
gotcha.
figuring it out.
Hell yeah. Cool. And Steakums, can we get our fact of the day?
The word traitor could be taken back to the 1200s on paper. Now, that was in France, the French, Latin. There's a bunch of places where traitor happened back in those days. But I would like to remember Judas in these times, the original traitor. That's all I have to say today.
All right, everybody.
Benedict Arnold.
We will see you next week on Secrets of Aal'Teron. As you can tell, the episodes are a little longer. We're getting to the dit and grit. And things are starting to get intense here in Aal'Teron. Thanks, everybody, so much. Anything else going to come up? Gen Con coming up, which is pretty cool. And also, thank you to the RPG Engine for the giveaway we did this episode of the RPG Engine. Thank you guys so much. And with
You
that
guys
means-
rock.
Yeah.
That's one where you can build the maps and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's super cool.
Yeah, we are doing some giveaways from them for the next couple weeks for a while. They sent us a bunch of codes. So thank you, the RPG
Hell yeah.
Engine. Thank you everybody for watching. We'll see everybody at Gen Con. Rentucky Island might be here next week, actually, which is kind of fucking crazy to think about, which is cool. So expect those soon. The PDFs for sure, probably within like a week or so. And then we will be getting the physical copies probably in about a week or two. So
I did the magic items for
you did do the magic items for the thing. They're really cool. I hope you guys like the book. It's really fun. So, all right, everybody, we will see you next week for Secrets of Aal'Teron, tomorrow night for Star Wars. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Mom.
Bye.